With this, I would humbly request the Honorable Guest of Honor, Shri Surendra Nath Tripathi, Sir, Director General, Indian Institute of Public Administration, to kindly say a few words. Let's give a very warm welcome to him. Over to you,
sir. Respected Chief Guest, Professor Raghavan, respected friend and colleague Mr. Sharma, and Team ICRA, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure being here. An additional advantage of listening to Professor Raghavan, to whom India looks for all the solution that, and I being from bureaucracy, we create those problems which he finds solution thereof. India's education landscape, and within that STEM, now people call it HASS, or many more acronyms are coming, HECI, I don't know how many things will come. But fact remains that we are no longer an illiterate society. But the definition of literacy has changed. Somebody has said that literates are not those who understand, read, write, and account. Illiterates are those who can't learn, relearn, and unlearn. Today we have come to a stage where this becomes more relevant than learning per se. We are a billion-plus nation, 1,043 universities, 40,000 plus colleges, 1.65 lakh schools for only 6.5 lakh villages. This is 4 times more than China's. 32 crore students, 27 crore in school level, about 2 million teachers. So government has done enough as far as education is concerned. We produce 1 million engineers. Issue is, are they employable? Quality and quantity has to be matched somewhere. We thought that study of arts is wastage of time, therefore study of science is good idea. There is nothing wrong, scientific temper is good. Being scientific is always, because we believe that westernization is modernization, and West became modern because they understood science first. They knew English later, and therefore they are modern. This definition is changing. You can be modern while speaking Bhojpuri also. You can be scientific while understanding and speaking in Urdu as well. So definition of modernity has changed. But we are entering into age of what we call it liquid modernity. You have to be flexible, agile to understand the things, because it is not the age what I entered only 30, 40 years back. When life used to be 3 stages: study for 20 years, work for 40 years, enjoy the post-retirement life for 20 years. If you survive 65, 70, it's God's grace. I am in fact 62, so I have already enjoyed 2 years of grace period. When we became independent in 47, our average life expectancy was 27. So we were not supposed to get senior scale also before we die on an average. Today, because of science, because of technology, because of scientific temper, because of education, life expectancy has increased. In fact, we are almost nearly 70. Our gender ratio has improved. Many more pointers are good. Something is missing, and that need to be deliberated and discussed. When life is no longer 3 stages, can the study and education be 3 stages? When we were studying for 20 years, 14 years of education was giving you additional job and better job. Today, each year of higher education is not giving you 1% higher wages, except for few. If you are undergraduate, you are employed in a restaurant or in any big company, you will be paid higher. But if you are a graduate employed in the same company, you will be paid lower also. Reason is not that they are underqualified. Reason is that the job market has changed and our skill sets have not changed. You require 3 sets: tool sets, skill sets, and mindset. All 3 together. It is not one and another. I always say that to survive in this world, you require minimum 3 skills. One is technical. to do how a thing is done. Because what IAP does, everybody knows, even those who have never entered in IAP. But how IAP does what it does, only few know. But why IAP does what it does, in fact, even I do not know. In many institutions, the crisis was this: why do they exist? They do not know. Even if they know, they don't implement. Even if they implement, they don't put their leadership behind, mind and mindset behind. They don't provide tool set, skill set and mindset to prove that they are no longer with fixed mindset. You must have studied that famous book, Mindset. And if you go through it, at least 2 pointers which I would like to mention here. Fixed mindset versus growth mindset. We need to change ourselves. As long as we will be waiting that somebody else will solve my problem, we'll be going deeper down and nobody will solve the problem. If there is fire in your house, it is your job to see that the source of fire is taken care of. Fire is extinguished and you survive the fire. If you want somebody else to do the fire dousing, keep on waiting. हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. Today governments are in a hurry. Society is in a hurry. Youth are in a hurry. When I joined Indian Administrative Service, for us that by the time we will retire, we will have a house, perhaps a wife to support, and maybe a vehicle after retirement. So that used to be the only dream that we have. Today boys are getting in year one what we used to earn throughout our 37 years of experience. My first salary was 1200 rupees. Today 1200 rupees is the price of a good coffee. Even that we will bless in case you want a good environment. Things are changing. But one good thing is, which we must appreciate, that we are now investing in ourselves. Earlier we were investing in grooming ourselves. कितना अच्छा दिखना है. Today we are investing in ourselves. कितना अच्छा क्या कर सकते हैं. It is this build to do, it is this build to perform, it is built to succeed that will take India among the Ivy League of nations. I think Professor Raghavan must have been struggling with all these issues because how science and technology can change the face of the world. What used to look like a science fiction is becoming science fact. It's no longer fiction. What we used to say that हम होंगे कामयाब, everybody will talk together, Indians can do digital transaction. In fact, there is statement of the of ex-Finance Minister in Lok Sabha that how India can become digital. Wi-Fi नहीं है, electricity नहीं है, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है. I mean, all those problems which are visible were visible to him and everybody else also. But during Corona time, we have proved that 3 billion transactions on UPI. Card companies are running for survival. And by these same Indians, who still per capita income is below $2,000, if the system is perfect, people enjoy, people use those services. Today, government is adopting saturation approach. In fact, in education, we have achieved saturation. We have brought every child to the education. It is that GER level that we are perhaps lacking. 27 to below 30% people are graduating. When this number will go to 50% plus, we will have a fairly educated society. But as I always say, more data does not make you wiser. It is the wisdom of understanding that data, where data can be converted into information, and information into wisdom, and wisdom into doables, then you become wiser. So more student becoming graduate is not the solution. More graduate becoming employable is the solution. And more these graduates come with the mindset that we have here to come solve the problem. We have not come as a guest on this planet, that government will find a job for you. You have not done any favor by joining Ivy League of institution. Be the change what you want to see in the world. And that change is that becoming worthless, becoming not worthless for the country, but doing useful for the country. We are seeing a lot of debate that government jobs are declining. Government jobs should have declined earlier also. It is the entrepreneurial mindset, it is entrepreneurial state that have given prosperity to the masses. It is discipline that gives you a better job. It is the dedication that gives you a job. We had the crisis of leadership. Today we have sorted it out, at least at national and state level. What is there at individual level? I always say that I am a student of political science, very little science, sir. But I can think that science is not the only solution. There has to be science plus. I said that STEM is one way good, but you need HECI, as I was telling you earlier, humanities, ethics, creativity, imagination. You can't put all these things into a wallet and then only learn because you are a good scientific and technical engineer. The need of the hour is leadership at every level, wherever you are. But as Raghavan sir was telling in the lounge, that everybody is expert in somebody else's organization. How to improve you, I know, but how to improve myself, nobody need to tell me. The time has come to look inward. Be mindful towards your own existence, what you can do for the society, for the government, what I call it Sarkar, Bazaar and Samaj. You will be relevant, whether you study STEM or HASS, Humanities, Art and Social Science, or expert in doing all that you are doing. World is great. I always say that future is here. Only future is unevenly distributed. Our job is to fighting for our own future so that we don't cry for future. But today's future is not an extension of past, which used to be. It is no longer linear. A good painter is earning more money than a good scientist. So it is your call how creative you are. And I must thank the organizers for giving me a chance second time to speak and talk to you. And I come here to learn more than, because in any case, I'm not a science student, so I will not be speaking on these things. But it is scientific temper, that is what we are working for. It is that attitude that how science can solve the problem of humanity. We all have seen during Corona times, all the temples and churches and mosques were closed. Even gods were unsafe. But scientists were working. We found out a solution for such a vexed problem within 1 year. One vaccine takes 10 years, even decades. But scientists kept our head high. We found a solution for how to distribute ration to 80 crore people. We found how to distribute government benefit without anyone moving out. And it all was done by technology, science and technology. But technology is a dual-edged weapon. It can create, because human and machines don't have competing capabilities. They might be opposed to each other. Earlier we were training in management and how to work with worker. Today we are going to tell them how to work with a machine. So relationships are changing. But earlier we treated our co-worker as machine, as if they don't deserve anything. Today you have to give them empathy and perhaps make them part of your team. And that is what the management is all about. In fact, life itself is a management. I remember Abdul Kalam ji saying that even rocket launching at the end of that is a management, because when all the parts are put together, it is the management which overtakes, engineering sits behind it. But this is not an either-or story. It is working together, living together, learning together for a greater future. Thank you very much, sir, for giving opportunity. And I am eager to listen to Professor Raghavan. Thank you, sir.